Welcome to DIO episode 6. So in today's episode, we're going to be replacing these old, these probably aren't original. I think these were contractor packs from Home Depot or Lowe's. So these are the second set of lights that were put in here. I think the first ones were probably the plastic kind of like, not clear, but like white frosted ones that just didn't look very good. And now these are the sockets and all are getting old, and so we're going to replace them with these. So they're kind of more decorative. Uh-oh, that one come with a huge bend in it, didn't it? You never know what you're going to get broken or whatever, but it's open at the back. I'll see if I can unbend that, or if we have to go send it back to Amazon. Take the first light off, and this is what we got, the box there. And I think we're going to have to replace this part here because it's not exactly the same as the other one. And there's these specialized nuts and the actual screws that hold the light goes down this way, the screw heads or whatever. So it's kind of the opposite of the way these screw up and the other ones screw down. So we'll see if we got the new plate installed. As you can see, most of them have the bolt head on the outside, and you just push it through a little hole and then you twist it and then it'll connect, and then you just give it one or two little turns. But this one you have to tighten it up behind the actual plate, and you can tighten it up here too a little bit. And then this goes up, the light goes up there, and then there's a little nut that screws on there. So that's your little ground. So we'll see. A lot of struggle. There's still a big gap here. So we're gonna have to take all this down because these things are not screwing all the way flush. I don't know if you can see it from here. No, you probably can't, it's too dark. So we gotta readjust the screws and nuts, I guess, to make it fit more flush to the ceiling. And they gave a little tiny, ground wire, which was very hard to try to get up. So we got to do it all over again. So we might be able to just unscrew that, hold that, do a reverse, with our fingers to try to get it at a better level, and then tighten the nut up there and see if there it is installed. So there wasn't an adjustment thing for the screws, so if they're too long, you either have to replace them with shorter screws, or in my case, I couldn't find any, so I had to use a grinder and grind that screw down, which was a pain in the butt. You would think that there would be like a nut or something on both sides so you can like pull it up and down, so it doesn't matter how far the box is recessed or comes out or whatever. And but it's not universal in that sense, so you gotta kind of either get shorter screws or longer screws maybe in some cases. But yeah, only way I could get these little nuts to screw down, which you see it's closed off at the end. If it was like an open nut, you could just screw it tight, without doing that. But you get like 6 or 8 screws, turns, and then it stops. So, and then that leaves a big gap here. But here we are. We're going to turn it on. Whee! Daylight bulbs. They're very bright. Yay! So instead of doing both of the lights, I'm just going to show y'all this one. And I'm going to be done with this episode of DIO.